Why don't we do Chase? Why don't we do a Chase? Yeah, what time? 11? 12, you can definitely use my cam, Nick. 11, maybe you use Lauren's? Let me ask Danya. Oh, okay, well, noon you can use Nick. Noon you can do Chase. And we can do wherever you want. So let's see what's happening. If we're still at Dems, you can do it here, whatever. Okay, thanks, babe. Thank you.
I'm just going to leave it wide shut, and then if they say anything, I'll smack it over and stay out of her pool. And you.
Man, he took my croissant.
Did he now?
I offered it to Danya, and she said no. He said, I'll take it. I was like, no.
I moved during an election. I literally took 2 months to that.
I like the Republicans. I like the
Michael,
Republicans.
how we feeling?
'Tis the season to be jolly.
Good morning.
Hey, yes, sir. There's no monopods. There's no tripods.
Hey, you're going to do, you probably heard me.
It's monopod only.
Hi, Congressman. How you
Hey,
doing?
how are you?
You worried about what could be?
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with here.
You have your flight home?
What's that?
You have your trip home?
I live 15 minutes from here. Yeah. Quick drive.
Yeah, is there anything that when he accepted you, like a 1-week CR for them to get there and stuff?
Let's see what they're proposing. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Say you can push that down and use it as a monopod, but
Well, they could go back to the original agreement, and we would have we'd have a solution, and everybody could go home for Christmas, and we'd be doing our jobs.
In lieu of that, if they're trying to come up with something new, do they need to be in touch with Democratic leadership to get Democratic votes?
Well, absolutely. If they want it to be bipartisan, that implies consultation. It requires consultation. Yeah.
What if it's like a short-term stopgap, like for a week through January, or to January?
I mean, enough gimmicks. We just got to get back to the agreement that we had. That's my position. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. What else did we get? Balance.
Oh, okay. I don't want to. I don't. Get it away.
Hey, Court Captain.
What'd you say, sorry?
I like that. Thank you. It's all right.
Let's hope he's not wearing it here all weekend.
One cheerful thing that we've got going right now.
Is this kind of like the equivalent of the majority holding a vote to get their people together on this?
Sure.
He's regular. All right. You want to get a question in, Tyler?
Sure. In touch with some of the leadership over the last 12 to 24 hours.
We'll see what we have to say in the caucus, and just look forward to sharing.
Would you guys vote for one? Do you think there's anything short of the original deal that could get Democratic support without them being in touch?
Probably not.
Probably not. Thank you.
He said probably not.
Probably not.
Hey, can we get you guys a little bit further over here? Yeah.
I always get yelled at. Wouldn't be a stakeout if I didn't get yelled at.
I gotta do a job.
I know, we gotta keep you busy. Just thinking of you. Any sign of Jeffries? No?
He saw me peek out in the hallway. He's like, enough of that.
Yeah, he can sneak, so we don't always get him. Oh, Jeffries is coming. Guys, Jeffries is coming. Morning. Hardest working woman. Thanks, babe. All right, let's make sure he comes down this hallway.
We still have some members
There we
arriving,
go.
so make sure you leave a path.
Oh, he went the other way. Run, 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 run. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, I was gonna text you this morning. Are you alive? I'm dying.
Okay.
We were here till like 11 and back at like 6.
Not bad.
How many flights do you have booked for her?
Oh, there's like, we're well past the Alaska limit at this point.
Your scheduler needs a raise.
They all do. They're just like, I'll do it.
Okay. No, that's interesting. Okay. I feel like we'll be fine, but okay. Can we make the call a little closer? What are the backups? We could do. Let me look. So, what about? I think we have. Bear with me. You could use Kim. Kim's assignable chase in at 11 a.m. You could use the other chase. She could just be your chase and go wherever you want. Okay, perfect. Kim's our other chase today. You worried about getting home to San Diego?
Well, of course, and with the big storm coming in and everything, so yeah.
You see a way out of this? Is there something-
Yeah, start to sing Christmas carols and see if that helps.
All right, let us know what Jeffrey says. Hi, Mr. Chairman. Can I ask you just quickly, obviously, given your... Oh, I'll ask you on the way out.
Thank you.
It's like, this is not a stop.
You do a hit. You can do a hit.
Hits we usually do a little further down.
And so far, I'm just keeping my fat head out of here.
I'm doing my best to make sure it's not.
It's not the best hallway.
Of course, you're taller than I, too, so you can shoot the roof.
In theory, yeah.
In theory.
It doesn't help when it's like one tiny moving object away at the end of the hall.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just tired and anxious. Anyone else think I should keep an eye out for? You want to talk to him?
Yeah, I mean...
When are they out of here?
We don't know. We have no clue. No one knows anything.
Tell a little time.
No,
I think you're fine.
Is it okay to send out? I
Yeah.
was just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it was on cam.
I think, yeah, you're good. Gallery here didn't say anything. We're not. It's not like that.
I can avoid saying it was on cam if we think.
No, you're good. Great job. Oh, great. Stand behind. Congresswoman, can you come to the microphone? Oh, I'm sorry. That was a disaster.
take out. They want to take out things like cancer care for children, things like reforms for the pharmacy benefit managers that lower prices of drugs for Americans. They want to take out community health centers. And so there are two problems. One is what we demanded in the bill so that we could help working class Americans, poor Americans across this country who are struggling with high prices, to lower those prices. The other is the debt ceiling piece. And so that was a very difficult, tricky negotiation to get enough Democrats that they could pass it on suspension, because they can't pass a rule. So even though they're the majority party, they can't get a simple majority on a bill. So I think Mike Johnson, to his credit, realized that he was going to need Democrats. That's why we negotiated the bill. So he could grow a spine right now, ignore his puppeteers, Musk and Trump. We're still not sure which one is going to be the real president. And then he could put this negotiated bill on the floor. The American people would be happy to be able to not have this chaos and uncertainty in their lives, and we would all get to go home.
I mean, but short of the bipartisan agreement that was scuttled Wednesday, is there anything else you'd be willing to support?
I mean, I don't know, because that was the agreement. That was the agreement.
Just a straight clean CR.
I mean, that was the agreement, was what was negotiated. So we'll go in and hear what our leader has to say and how he sees this unfolding. He did a magnificent job of negotiating something that would really help Americans. The Farm Bill needs to be reauthorized. That was part of the whole thing in the beginning. So there are pieces in here that are important. Communities are suffering from no disaster funding. That was in here. And so I think, this was just a huge tactical mistake. And by the way, I don't think that this is good for Donald Trump going in as the new president, because his approval ratings are already going down a little bit. They will continue to if we have a government shutdown.
But he seems to think Democrats are going to take the blame.
Yeah, but he's just, he says things and he tries to make it seem like they're true. They're not. The shutdown is clearly a Republican shutdown. That's why they're trying to frame it this way. I had to tweet back at Elon Musk yesterday and explain why. If you are the majority party, you can put any damn bill you want on the floor if you have the votes, and you are the majority, so you should be able to garner the votes for the bills you put on the floor. If you can't do that, then you actually have to negotiate with the other side to get enough votes. So don't come to us and say you got to vote for our thing or it's your fault. This is not how it works, even if you say it 1,000,000 times. So Musk has been tweeting out all kinds of lies and misinformation about even what was in the package. That's just their MO. But for the American people who are wondering where their next Social Security check is going to come from, whether or not their kid's going to get a cancer treatment, whether or not, they can travel because the FAA, people forget all the ways the government operates. And so that is the real harm that Republicans are doing with the Republican shutdown.
Congresswoman, how important is it for Mike Johnson to be in touch with Leader Jeffries in terms of getting Democratic votes on anything he wants to put on the floor?
It's critically important. And, look, I feel Mike came in with me. I feel kind of bad for the guy because he was trying to be the Speaker of the House. He got his power completely undercut by two outsiders, including who are billionaires, who have never had to, this is the thing that really galls me. They've never had to worry about where their rent check is coming from. They never had to worry about whether or not they're going to put food on the table or whether they're going to be able to afford their critical medicine. But at the last minute, they want to yank a deal that allows Americans to feel secure about it. This is the problem with billionaires running the government.
Is including debt limit suspension a red line?
Yeah. Look, we're not, the debt limit, let me just go back in history a little bit. The debt limit used to be something that was done in a bipartisan way. It was not really used as a negotiating tactic. It followed the appropriations bills. Republicans, several years ago, under Donald Trump, made it a negotiating tactic. They made it a bargaining tactic. And so, I think it shouldn't be used as a bargaining tactic, but they made it so we're not walking away from that. You want to negotiate on the debt ceiling? Fine. That's going to be a discussion that comes up in the spring, not at the 11th hour of an already agreed upon negotiated deal on the continuing resolution. Thank you, everybody.
Flight plans?
Yeah,
Or are you?
oh my gosh, I have literally booked flights every day. I cancel 2 and I book another 2, and I cancel 2 and I book another 2.
Scheduling deserves a raise.
She does. You're right. You're right. They're getting bonuses. Believe me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, team.
Yes, it's all one recording, but let me cut it and I'll email it to you.
Okay, can you do that now? I just started. You know when she said.
Yeah, I can just send you. I just did it as a voice memo, so.
Actually, go to the front. Like you started recording when I did. I just want to make sure I have this covered. You said Republicans should close by and put up the negotiate. I got up to negotiated bill, but I wanted to make sure I have that part.
Yeah, let's see. And so you were talking to her first.
Yes,
So.
it's all the way at the beginning. Sorry,
It really doesn't want to.
do the minus. And put up?
Put up, yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's what we know that and not grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Were you asking about Pelosi? Hey, Congressman.
I mean, the only
Wait, can you come here? Can you stick with the camera?
Sure, of
Okay.
course I can.
It's a little over there.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, listen, the only thing I'll say is Elon Musk and Vivek have come up here and spent a lot of time talking to the Republicans. And these are very smart gentlemen. I think what they should take from yesterday is that nothing on a budgetary basis is going to pass here without the Democrats. So perhaps the next time they come to D.C., they should meet with us. Thank you.
And then, of course, we'll get the back of his head. Or her head.
That allows Americans to feel secure about it. This is the problem.
No, it's fine.
Caution is including
I take it all the time. As long as I don't step on it.
Look, we're not.
And like that new iPhone commercial coming out now, the guy's like putting up his Christmas lights and hits the hammer and it hits his iPhone and somebody drops their iPhone into the hot chocolate. Did they give you guys iPhones with gimbals yet? I had a friend who was just down shooting at the Galapagos, and he used the new Osmo 3. So I'm debating. I already had the iPhone, so a gimbal is under $100. It looks fantastic. Yeah, I can just give it to a producer, and
I heard a couple of road cycling or
around this morning and go to town with it.
We have several stories underground, so yes.
Live view 3, and it's 1-3?
1-3. Okay. Yeah, Congressman, you voted president yesterday?
Yes.
Yes. Can you talk?
I want a deal.
You want a deal?
I want a deal.
Would you vote for something proposed by the Republicans again today?
Well, we'll see. We'll see what the. We don't know what they haven't been able to come up with anything they can agree on.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for our bills to move. This looks ridiculous before the face of the world in the country. They're being paid to do their job. They shouldn't get paid until they get the bill across the aisle.
Should more Democrats be joining you and supporting?
Well, we want a deal that we negotiated before, and then there were a few of their members that didn't like it, and they began to fracture inside their caucus, and the problem's not on our side of the aisle. There was a deal that was negotiated in good faith. They didn't keep their word.
So is that the only thing you'll support, the Wednesday deal?
If they want to alter it in some ways, fine, but I could go through every provision with you. It's not a great bill. It'll keep the lights on for some, but in terms of agricultural America, it's far from what it needs to be, and they don't have a farm bill. They're behind on passing a farm bill. So I have to go in because we want to hear the latest, if there is any. Will do. Thank you.
Fine, totally. You guys have. They're all in, I think. Bye.
Yeah, they're all.
Perhaps, let me see how I can balance it.